turn out the light.
Okay.
Tie his hands up well, too.
We'll not get out of here.
Are you all ready for the lights to go out?
Okay. Turn them out. Dark eyes that see in the night demand silence. Put out that light. Oh, dark eyes that see in the night, if your spirit is with us this evening, speak to me. Manifest thy presence.
Return of the swallow.
For I felt silence. The spirit of dark eyes that see in the night is here.
Who is this guy that sees in the dark?
I'll bet it's Peeping Tom.
I adore parlor games.
Uh-oh. What's your name and address?
Something like that, huh?
Come here, I want to see you.
Within lies the message from beyond.
You, too, can become a magician.
Amaze your friends. Be the life of the party.
Yeah, they all laughed when I sat down to them, but when I started to play...
They all threw you out.
Right.
$10 to slate is blank.
That's a bet. Here's mine.
Gambling.
I'll hold stake.
Don't be silly. Of course I won't.
Oh, come on, Gwen. Sit round. Let me take you home.
Not while I'm in my right mind.
But I want you to ride in my new car.
Not for me. I had a ride in your old one.
Oh, Bassett. A little snug for you, honey.
Thanks. Well, here we go down a little red lane.
Oh, hello, baby.
Hi. Here's to the light that lies in a woman's eyes, and lies and lies and lies. Was that a dirty dig?
Oh, just because we're engaged, he thinks he owns me.
Oh, I didn't mean it, Gwen.
Come on, quit stalling. Let's see this famous message from Dark Eyes.
Oh, Janet, come here. We want you to untie the plate. Gee, Janet, Dark Eyes couldn't have anything on you.
Thanks, pal.
Wow, that's a fast one. What do you say?
The sins ye do, 2 by 2, ye pay for 1 by 1. Say, Alec, that lightning ought to strike in several places. Ah.
Well, you win.
Give me my money. Come on.
There you are. $10. Okay.
Come here. I'll teach you how to do it for nothing.
Nothing doing. Alec's friend seems to have a good working knowledge of Mr. Kipling, eh, what?
And a better knowledge of what can happen in the dark.
She suspects me now. I wonder what she'll do when we're married and I have to work nights.
And go to the club and entertain out-of-town buyers. And make weekend trips. All business, of course, now.
You seem to know all the answers.
I ought to after 20 years with my father. I've had good training.
I beg your pardon. Your office is on the wire in the library.
Well, that's a horse on me. Excuse me.
I couldn't help it if he tried to kiss me. What could I do? Scream and make a scene?
Oh, that's all right, Gwen. It's a habit of Alan.
Listen, Janet, you answer. What's the difference between the Smith brothers and Calvin Coolidge?
I don't know, Mr. Bones. What is the difference between the Smith brothers and Calvin Coolidge?
Well, they all have whiskers, except Coolidge.
Oh, Alec. That's all right. You're trying hard, and I do appreciate it.
Hello. Oh, hello, Ruth. Well, make it snappy. I can't talk here.
Oh, I'm all by myself and terribly lonesome. I just had to call you up.
Well, how did you know I was here?
I called your apartment and your man told me.
Well, is your brother home?
No, he won't be home till late. Of course I'm sure, Alan. Oh, can't you come over? Promise me something for my birthday, you know.
Oh, yes. Today's your birthday, isn't it?
Uh-huh. 17 today. But you won't have to stay long. I just want to see you. It's been 2 whole days now.
Well, I'll be over as soon as I can get away.
All right. I'll be waiting for you downstairs. Goodbye. You'll do nothing of the kind. What have you got to say about it, you old battle ass?
Say, look here, you spoiled little brat. You're breaking your brother's heart. Do you know it?
Aw, tuck in your bed.
A little snip of a kid like you, gallivanting all over town like an Indian. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Listen, you attend to your own business and keep out of mine. I'm old enough to know what I'm doing.
I'm old enough to be your mother. If you think I'll let you make a fool of yourself, you got another guest coming.
Oh, go jump in the lake. Hello?
Give me the police station. I want the juvenile court.
Well, Janet, here's the first taste of our future married life.
So?
An important customer wired for me to meet him at the train to discuss a large order.
Oh, that's an old one, Alan. Dad's used it for years.
Oh, don't be like that. This is business.
Well, come on.
Hey, Alan, has she got a sister?
He certainly has our buffaloes.
Love is blind, they said.
Yeah, love may be, but I'm not.
What do you mean by that, Sonny?
He was wearing your lipstick.
Where are you going, Alan?
I told you.
You don't think I'm naive enough to believe you.
That's fine. Simply great. Makes me feel like a million. Here I am trying to make a go out of business because you want me to. It's just as good as call me a liar.
Well, aren't you?
No, I'm not. And if it's going to be like this after we're married, I can see how happy we're going to be.
I hold no illusions about you, Alan, dear.
And what do you mean by that?
You're just playing at business. You know it, and I know it. Why can't you be the really fine person I know you are?
Well, I'm trying to be.
No, you're not. You haven't a serious thought in your head. Either your polo ponies, or a new yacht, trip to Havana, or, Gwen.
Oh, thanks.
Sometimes I wonder...
What?
Why I said I'd marry you.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I'll settle down, and I'll surprise you. Now, what's the matter?
Think fast, Alan. You're on the spot.
Well, I borrowed Gwen's cigarette. You know, rouge on tip and tip to lip.
Not bad, not bad. Now run along before I change my mind.
About what?
Our engagement. Uncle George! Oh, I'm glad
Hello,
to see you.
Puddin'. How are you?
Give me your hat.
Here you are. How are you, Alan? Fine, Judge. If I can break away in time, I'll rush back.
Not going, are you?
Business. See you later, Janet. Good night, Judge.
Good night. Business, eh? Got him in hand? Not so good. Party, huh?
Same old gang.
Doing the same old thing.
Drinking, necking, and thinking they're having a grand time.
Mother in?
This is her night for the little theater movement.
And Dad?
He had a new one tonight. Said he was driving over to Jersey to look at a subdivision by moonlight. Can you imagine that for an excuse?
Mother still expect excuses?
Oh, it's force of habit with Dad. He's been doing it for many years.
Won't the bunch miss you?
That gang miss me? Not as long as the gin holds out. You know, Uncle, sometimes I feel like going over the deep end and...
Here. What kind of talk is that?
Oh, I'm fed up. Doing the same thing day in and day out. Seeing the same old faces. Listening to the same insane drivel from a lot of insane children. Hearing the same old lines from Mother and Dad. Well, you know, I haven't seen either of them to talk to for weeks. Helen says I'm too serious. But I'm not. I'm just lonesome.
You and Alan fighting again?
No more than usual. And I'm just being a little fool.
Why don't you marry him? Get it over with.
And borrow more trouble for myself?
But you're engaged to him.
That doesn't mean anything. It was simply the thing to do. Everyone expected it.
You're just burdened down with troubles, aren't you?
Oh, I'm bored. Everything and everybody, including myself.
You don't know the meaning of trouble, my dear.
Your problems in life are insignificant.
Oh, I suppose you think it's insignificant that the man I'm going to marry was kissing the girl who's going to be my bridesmaid.
Problem? True. But easily remedied. Contrasted with that of a man whose wife is dying and whose 5 children are hungry. You don't know the meaning of trouble.
One of your night court cases?
Yes. You have no problems, my dear. You should see life as I see it, from the other side.
Oh, I was dramatizing myself. I'm sorry. I'm ashamed.
You needn't be. Human nature. Well, I'll have to be rolling along, couldn't? So,
Uncle George, may I go with you?
tonight?
Sure, why not?
What about your friends?
They're all paired off. They won't even miss me. I'll be with you in a jiffy.
On the level, Mr. Finkelbaum, I need the money. I've got to have it. Could you let me have $20 on it this time?
Money. Always it's money. First it was 10, then it was 15, and now it's 20. Hey, what do you do with all your money, huh?
Oh, all my money. That's a laugh.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Mr. Finkelbaum, I'm in a hurry. I'll be working in a couple of days.
Well, as an extra special favor, I'll do it once. Just once. But up at the next time, it is 10. And one of these days you don't come back, maybe.
Oh, I wouldn't lose that watch for anything. It belongs to my father.
That's what they all say. Fathers, mothers, grandmothers, uncles, aunts, the whole family. Here, say, I don't want this.
All right. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Hey, can I do something for you?
What do you want from me?
How much do you want to pay? Oh, Ruth. Ruth.
how do you do, Mrs. Humphries?
Oh.
Did Ruth leave any message for me?
Say, come on in here. I want to talk to you.
Oh, I know. The rent money. Here you are in full.
Say, I wasn't thinking about that, but I can use it. Come on in here.
Well, what's wrong?
Sit down there, Nick. I want to talk to you. I've got something to tell you. And it's going to hurt you.
Has something happened to Ruth?
Now, don't get all worked up. Ruth's all right. She isn't here, that's all. She's not likely to be for some time.
What do you mean?
I mean, I signed a complaint against her. She's been taken to juvenile hall. Now, take it easy. I did the right thing, only you don't want to admit it.
Oh, Ruth's a little harum-scarum. But she's a good kid, and you know it. You're just an evil-minded old woman, attending to everybody's business but your own.
If I didn't love you like my own son, I'd knock your head off for saying that. Fine gentlemen from uptown don't run around with girls like Ruth for nothing.
Are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating nothing. I'm talking facts. And you're going to listen whether you want to or not. Sit down there. Oh, Nick. I'm not telling this because I want to hurt you.
Tell me about it.
Boo! Hey, where are you, Ruth? Hey.
Well, I thought I knew every boy she went with.
Well, there's one you don't know about. But I've seen him. Nights when you were working. A real dude with swell clothes and a fine car. Enough to turn any girl's head. Oh, I know all this is making you very unhappy. But someone had to do something. And so I took it upon myself.
Where can I find her? I've got to see her.
She's a ward of the court now. They'll put her in a good home.
Is that you, honey?
Who are you?
I was looking for Ruth.
Oh, so you're the guy, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know my sister's 17 years old?
I didn't ask her.
Well, she is 17 years old today. And here's something to make you remember it by.
Nick Jarrett, let me in there. Do you hear me?
Everything on the calendar. You got a pen?
Motto.
Got a cigarette? Where's the match?
Hello, Doc. This is Wells speaking. Yeah. Well, as I was on my way home tonight, 3 thugs jumped me and beat me up. Oh, I don't know. I think my jaw's broken. And one eye is closing up. Yeah. Hurry up, will you, Doc? Oh.
You say the bottles contain soda water?
Yes, sir.
When Officer Kelsey stopped you, why did you drop the bottles into the sewer?
I didn't drop them. One of them slipped and the other 2 fell.
Quite a coincidence, I'd say. Where was he when you picked him up, Kelsey?
He was standing in the doorway, Your Honor.
About how far from the curb?
I would say about 20 feet.
Now let me get this straight. One of them slipped, and 2 of them fell out of your hands into the sewer about 20 feet away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 20 days. 1 for each foot. Next case, Timothy Hollingsbury.
Yes, sir.
Never mind, you needn't stand.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me see that complaint. You're charged with being drunk, with vagrant and dissolute person. Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
You're also charged with begging.
I never beg. I never have. I'm always very careful about that. Of course, if people stop me and hand me money, I take it. And I thank them for it. I always did. I never ask anybody for nothing. No, sir.
Officer Henderson charges also that you're an ordinary drunkard. Is that true?
Not an ordinary drunkard.
Oh, no? What kind of a drunkard are you?
Well, I'll tell you. I take a wee drop once in a while for my teeth.
Oh, yes, for your teeth.
Yes, sir?
Yes. Where did you sleep last night?
In the brickyard.
Where it's nice and warm, huh?
Yes, sir. Nice and warm.
Yes. 10 days.
Oh, thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Come on. Next case, Nick Jarrett.
Yeah. Over here.
You see that complaint? I suppose you'd have let him go, huh?
I most certainly would have.
Roam the streets hungry and helpless, huh? No, my dear. Here, at least, you will have a nice, warm place to sleep. And 3 meals a day for 10 days. And he appreciated it, too. Jarrett?
Yes.
You're charged with disorderly conduct, resisting an officer. Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, I guess.
You guessed. Don't you know?
Guilty.
How old are you?
22.
Got any money?
No, sir.
arrested before?
No, sir.
Parents living?
No, sir.
Born in New York?
No, sir. Down south. Kentucky.
Employed?
No, sir. Not since Friday.
What did you do?
I drove a milk truck. That is, I did.
Why did you leave your last job?
I was fired.
For what?
Reading a book
Reading a book. What kind of a book?
on electrical engineering.
Who fired you?
The route boss.
Live alone?
No, sir.
Oh, I see. Married, huh?
No, sir. I have a sister.
Oh. A sister. How old is she?
17.
17. This complaint states you nearly beat a man to death. Is that true?
I tried to.
What was his name?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, don't you think it's rather odd to beat a man up without even knowing who he is?
He had it coming.
What happened?
Jumped out of the window.
I mean, why did you fight him?
I'd rather not say, Your Honor.
You must answer the question.
Please don't ask me so.
No. It concerns your sister.
Yes?
And you think the circumstances warranted taking the law into your own hands?
You'd have done the same as I. If you had a sister and some guy came along with a lot of soft talk.
Where's your sister now?
Juvenile hall.
Did you sign the commitment?
No, sir. Mrs. Humphries did that.
Who is Mrs. Humphries?
My landlady. She was the one who told me about Ruth. About the way she'd been carrying on with this guy from uptown. How I'd seen her nearly every night. For a month. Taking her out nights. Bringing her home all hours. Gee, Judge, I nearly went crazy when she told me. I tried to steer her straight. You know. Thought she knew what I meant. And then tonight when I was walking into my apartment, saw this guy coming out of her room. I saw red and jumped him.
When was your sister taken away?
Tonight.
Don't you think it possible that you might have been mistaken?
I wasn't mistaken, Your Honor.
What are you going to do if you see this man again?
Finish the job I started.
No, Jarrett. You can't take the law into your own hands. That's the way shootings and murders and all kinds of crimes start. No matter even if you think you're right. You can't run around smashing the heads of people and breaking their jaws. I'll tell you. You sit over there for a while. I'll think this thing over. I'll find something to do with you. Recess. All right, dear.
And that's why I got ham.
That's all right, Dad.
I had no Swiss cheese good, so I got Limburger.
Huh. That's all. You know my weakness.
Limburgers. How could you, Uncle George?
Well, what do you think about life from the other side of the fence?
Well, it's conglomerate, amusing, sordid, and tragic.
Life, my dear. Now you know what I meant when I said you didn't know anything about trouble. Take this boy Jarrett, for instance.
What are you going to do with him?
I don't know. If I let him go, he's likely to hunt up this fellow and get himself into a real jam.
Well, I don't blame him for what he did.
I think I'll parole him in your custody as your chauffeur.
Oh, how perfectly silly. You don't know anything about him.
Don't be a little snob like the rest of your set.
Well, I'm not a snob, and I don't need a chauffeur.
You don't need a chauffeur. But this boy needs a chance. Now, is it asking too much for you to give him a helping hand?
Oh, no, if you put it that way. Besides, that might be somewhat of a novelty.
Jarrett, step here a minute, will you, please? This is my niece, Jarrett, Miss Holman.
How do you do, Miss Holman?
Jarrett, do you want to go to work?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. I'm paroling you to Miss Holman for 6 months as her chauffeur. You will report to the probation officer once a month.
Thank you, sir. It may be a little hard on you at first, but I'll try to please you, miss.
You may address me as Miss Holman,
Yes, Miss Holman.
and I'll call you Jarrett.
Yes, Miss Holman.
Well, Uncle, when do I assume custody?
Why not tonight?
But I have my car.
Oh, Jess will drive you home.
All right. Come along, Jarrett. Night, Uncle George.
Good night, Puddin'.
Good night, sir, and thank you.
Good night, my boy. Now give that southern temper of yours a chance to cool off a bit, understand?
Yes, sir.
You're to take us home, Jeff, then call back here for Uncle George.
Yes, ma'am.
Jarrett, you sit back here. I want to talk to you. I want to make it clear, Jarrett. This is my uncle's idea, not mine.
I understand, Miss Holman.
May I have a minute? Well, you don't approve. Well, it doesn't make any difference whether you approve or not.
Oh, so you left your chauffeur along, huh?
You don't think I'd risk riding with you without protection of some kind, do you, Bert?
Say, wait. I'll pay this taxi fare, and you and I'll follow for the nightclub. How is that?
It's a good idea, Bert. Some other night with some other girl.
Well, I'm not crippled.
Not physically, Bert.
What kind of a crack is that?
You figure it out.
The next time, I'm going to bring my own car, and then I won't be bothered with chauffeur.
Where to, Miss Holman?
Downtown, 75th Street and Park Avenue.
Bert, behave yourself.
You're the prettiest little girl in all the world.
Yes.
That's a rhyme, see? Prettiest little girl in all the world. I love you, little girl. And I want you to be my wife.
Oh, darling, this is so sudden. Only I'm engaged to Alan, you know.
Alec. My pal, Alan. My pal, Alan. Alan and I are pals. Have you seen him since the hold-up took him to pieces and put them together again?
Why, certainly I've seen him.
It'll be weeks before he does. It lets you and I do a lot of playing around.
Oh, stop.
What's your take?
Bert, stop it. Example of the upper crust, Jarrett.
Yes, Miss Holman.
You're breaking my heart.
Oh, I didn't mean to make you cry.
Nanny!
Sunny boy! Here you are, Bert, at home.
I don't want to go home. I want to go to a nightclub.
Enough's enough, Bert. Get out, will you, please?
Well, give me a little kiss first. Bert! Oh, say, right here.
Jarrett!
There, now let's not teach you a lesson, see? Don't get... Say, darling, let's you and I go to a nightclub.
Oh, please, Bert.
What is all this going on? A nice guy takes out a looking brown thing.
It seems to me, Jarrett, you're forgetting your place.
Where I came from, men didn't let drunks spoil their women.
How dare you?
Well, that's what he was doing, wasn't it? You made me stand there like a boob when he knocked me down. Like a fool, I took it.
A person in your position...
A person in my position. I'm not here by choice, you know. If this is the upper crust I've heard so much about, I'll take 9th Avenue. The people there at least are human beings.
Are you insinuating that I'm up?
So I'll forget it. Or I say something I shouldn't.
Your apologies accepted, Jarrett. I don't want to hear any more about it. And I want the car at 10 in the morning, Jarrett.
Yes, Miss Holmes.
We're going to Mr. Wells' apartment again, Jarrett, and stop by the floral shop on the way.
Yes, Miss Holman.
Jarrett, you bring the flowers.
Yes, Miss Holman.
How's Mr. Wells, Motto?
Not so good, thank you.
Oh, Motto, will you get a vase for the flowers? Put them over there, Jarrett.
Yes, Miss Holman. I'll tell Mr. Welch you're here.
All right, thank you. Arrange the flowers, Jarrett.
that you think it's funny. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Those three thugs nearly murdered me, and you sit there laughing at me.
But if you could only see yourself.
I have, and I still don't think it's funny.
Have they found the three men that beat you up?
No, but I'd like to.
That'll be all.
Yes, Miss Holman.
What's the matter, Alan?
That sounds like someone I know.
Oh, I'm sure you couldn't have. Because I inherited him from Uncle George's night court.
Oh. What are you doing this afternoon, honey?
First I'm going for a fitting, then I'm going to go play bridge.
Oh, why don't you stay here with me? I'll call up Joe and Polly and the rest of the gang, and we'll do a little elbow bending.
Sorry, couldn't handle it. I only dropped in for a minute.
Well, I sure was lucky to find one like you and have some tools.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll have it fixed now in a minute.
Gee, mister, you sure know a lot about cars.
Oh, I know a little something.
Here, doesn't this go on first?
Oh, yeah. I don't know much about these kind of automobiles.
Gee, do cars like yours ever get out of whack?
Oh, once in a while.
Oh, gosh. I thought cars like yours cost too much money to get out of whack.
You did? There you are, Sonny.
Gee, thanks, mister. That's swell of you to do it.
Okay.
See, you like kids, don't you?
Certainly. Who doesn't?
Well, you don't need to bark at me. I like them, too.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to bawl me out again.
It seems to be you that's been doing the bawling out lately.
Well, I'm sorry about last night.
Oh, you'll learn, Jarrett. You'll learn. You bore me.
It's mutual.
I'm going to visit my aunt. Drive out the Connecticut Road.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. So ashamed of myself I could cry.
Oh, don't do that. Why, we'd both be crying. So how'd you get up here?
Why, don't you know? Judge Holman and Miss Janet brought me. And I can stay here as long as I want to.
Oh. Gee, that was nice of them, wasn't it?
Sure was. I've been awfully foolish, Nick.
Oh, come on. Let's not talk about it.
Nick, I want you to do something for me.
Sure. What is it?
Tell Mrs. Humphries that I'm not mad at her, will you?
Sure I will. She's a good scout at that. Gee, I'm glad you're out here in the country.
So am I. Oh, it's so different from town.
Can you beat that? A real cow.
Come on, I'll show you the farm.
All right. Now listen, I'm going to come out and see you as often as I can. You be a good little girl, huh?
I will, Nick.
All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Miss Holman.
Bye, Ruth.
Goodbye.
Bye. I want to thank you, Miss Janet. That was awfully nice of you and your uncle. Makes me feel like a human being again.
Well, maybe I'm a human being, too, Mr. Jarrett.
I guess I had you all wrong. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Jarrett. Oh, look at that. Right in the riverbed. And I held my club just like you told me to.
No, you didn't. Now watch me. Now you take your left thumb and put it straight down the shaft and cover it with the right hand, you see? Just like that. Now let me show you with your hand. That's right.
Where'd you learn so much about golf?
Oh, I used to caddy when I was a kid. Now try it.
How's that, huh? I bet I can teach you back to the barn.
You think you can?
I think so. Oh, let's go. You're getting much too good.
Well, you're not so bad. Stop. You played this before, I see.
I see you haven't. Get that. You didn't. Now that's what?
That's,
1820.
yes, 1820. All right. Now, I think it'd be better if we took that net out of it.
Uh-oh. Well, that's my point in my game.
Right.
Let's rest a while. You're not so good. That's a love set.
Well, I'm getting better. You used to think you loved games.
You'll learn, Nick. You'll learn.
Oh, I'm not so good at love games.
What's that, a wisecrack?
No, I mean it.
Had much experience?
Well, I'm not an old established friend.
Kiss me, Nick.
I didn't know you thought about me that way.
What way?
Enough to let me fish you. See, I wanted to.
You certainly had a fine way of showing it.
I never would have you.
Unless what?
See, it's nice to hear you call me Nick. Yeah. I can't seem to get it through my head.
What, Nick?
That you love me.
This doesn't necessarily imply love.
Oh, I thought,
You thought that it did?
yes.
Well, just because I let you kiss me doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to break my engagement, marry my chauffeur, and live happily ever after. That only happens in storybooks.
Oh, I see. This is just sort of an experiment, huh?
Why, no. Not exactly. I rather like you. You're different.
Different. I'll say I'm different. If I wasn't, I'd take what I could and forget it.
Well, why don't you?
Because I just don't happen to be built that way. That's why.
Oh, you're being melodramatic.
All right, I'm being melodramatic. But I'm not playing both ends against the middle. And you are. You're a cheat. You'd better take the keys to the car.
Why?
Because I'm quitting.
But you can't quit.
I can't? Watch me.
Jarrett, you're fired.
What's the matter?
Nick quit.
Quit. What for?
I don't know. He just quit.
Well. Well, he's still under the jurisdiction of the court. I suppose I'll have to send an officer after him and arrest him again.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Why not?
Well, go ahead. I don't care. I don't care what happens to him.
Propinquity kind of gets the best of you kids, huh?
Maybe.
In love with him?
No. Only I didn't know that he cared.
I beg your pardon. Something I can do for you?
Nick!
Miss Holman.
Well, this is a surprise. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Just fine, thanks.
Oh, it's fine.
Do you work here?
Sure. This is my store.
Oh, how splendid.
Well, that is it. It's mine as soon as I can get out from under.
Get out from under. Oh, I see. It isn't paid for yet.
You didn't think I got this all on my good looks, did you?
Well, gee, Nick, I'm certainly glad to see you getting along.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I sit down?
Oh, help yourself. Sit right down over here.
Oh, before I forget it, there's an envelope on the counter marked important.
Oh, thanks. Did you bring it?
Yes, were you expecting it?
Uh-huh. But I wasn't expecting you.
Come on, sit down. I won't bite you.
Oh.
How's your sister?
Oh, she's fine, thanks. How are all your folks?
Well, Mother and Dad have been in Havana. They'll be home tomorrow.
Oh. Sis will be home next week. I've taken a little place out in Jersey.
How nice.
Well, it's just a small place. There's a yard out front with a lawn. And some flowers out back.
She's an awfully sweet youngster.
I can never be grateful enough to you and your uncle. What you did was mighty fine, I can tell you. Mighty fine.
Well, I'm grateful to you, too, Nick.
What for?
Well, for showing me up to myself.
Can I get kissed in the moonlight?
Certainly. Well, you ready for that new radio?
Well, I'd like to get it, but I think I'll bring my husband in to see it first.
Well, I'd be glad to set it up on approval.
No, I'd better bring him in.
All right. That'll be fine. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye. I sell popular music, too. It helps reduce the overhead.
You were right, Nick. I was playing both ends against the middle.
Gee, I had a nerve to say that, didn't I?
You had every right in the world, Nick. I'm terribly sorry for the way I acted.
Oh, forget it. Well, I haven't thought about it since. Honest.
Oh. I had no idea it was so late. I'd better be going.
I read in the papers about your marriage tomorrow.
Oh, did you?
I want to wish you all the luck in the world.
Thanks. Same to you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Did you know that Nick was in there?
Of course.
Well, why'd you try to start things all over again that are dead and forgotten?
No, but I didn't want to see you make a mess out of things, my dear.
Well, I'm not.
You're not in love with Alan Wells now, and you know it.
Well, I'm certainly not in love with Nick Jarrett.
Oh. Aren't you?
No. No, I'm not.
Well, I must have been mistaken. I'm sorry. I'm getting out here. I'm just going around the corner. Huh?
It wasn't very kind of you, Uncle George.
Kindness is sometimes cruel. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Nick.
Well, Judge, I'm glad to see you, sir.
How's it coming?
Fine, thanks to you. I'll be able to reduce my note when it falls due next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
How did they go, Nick?
You've sure been a real friend.
Oh, I see you got the new notes all right.
Yes, sir, Jan. Miss Holman brought them.
Oh, I see. Miss Holman brought them.
Yes, sir. Yeah, she brought them.
And are you going to let her get away with it, Nick?
I don't get you, Judge.
Don't lie to me, Nick. You love her.
Well, that may be. But she doesn't care a thing about me.
Did you ask her?
No, I didn't.
Well, how do you know?
Well, she seemed happy enough. She isn't marrying this other fella just for instance.
How did you act?
Sort of like I didn't care much. You didn't think I was going to let her see.
And with you acting that way, you expected her to let you see how she felt?
I didn't expect anything.
And you didn't get anything. I'm disappointed in you, Nick. I thought you had made a better start.
Well, what can I do about it?
That's for you to figure out, my boy. Not me. Oh.
And through the courtesy of the Everywhere Shoe Company, we will now give you the correct time. Exactly 8:29 and 2/5 seconds, Eastern Standard Time.
Alan, wilt thou take this woman to be thy wedded wife, to live together after God's oath in a holy state of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, honor her, comfort her, and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep her only unto thyself, so long as ye both shall live?
I will.
Hello, Matty.
How do you do, Jarrett?
Is Holman in?
Why, is she expecting you?
I don't know if she expects me or not. I'm going to see her.
Please, Jarrett, don't intrude.
Janet, wilt thou take this man to be thy wedded husband, to live together after God's oath in a holy state of matrimony? Wilt thou love him, honor him, comfort him, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep him only unto thyself, so long as ye both shall live?
I will.
Well, darling, do you think we ought to go through it again?
Oh, I don't think it's necessary. We're letter perfect now, aren't we?
What? Think so?
Mary, help me out here.
But don't forget the ring tomorrow, my boy.
Don't worry, I'll carry plenty of spares.
Come on, girls. Let's go upstairs. I want
Have
to
a
show
smoke,
you
fine.
Why, Nick,
Hello, Janet.
what are you doing here?
Well,
Guys putting up in the
you rat.
Nick! Are you crazy?
Who are you?
Nick!
Look out! Look out! Look out!
Nick! Jarrett! Come back here! What do you mean by coming here and humiliating me?
That's the job I said I was going to finish. I want to talk to you. Come in here.
Well, you had something to say to me?
Yes. I love you.
You what?
I love you.
Oh, I just wanted to hear you say it again.
Too bad a man can't read his paper without being disturbed.